This is the second essential lesson for playing Dragon Age Inquisition, and it's about getting around. If you're not familiar with playing role-playing games, it might be a little disorienting for you to learn how to navigate this open world environment. But I want to let you know, don't get discouraged. It will get easier, you will get better, and we'll be covering some tips and some tools that will make it easier for you faster. You get moving in the world by pushing your left stick forward, and your most important tool is this radar screen where you're at the center, and your quest objective is that little gold eye that you see off to the left. So now your character's turning and the camera has turned, and you're facing towards the objective, which is what you want to do. You want to move towards it. So you move your left stick back and forth to get around people, and if you want to check where you're going, you can pull up the map. You see that red arrow off to the left? That's telling you that your objective is off of the screen, and you can move the map so you can see it better. So we continue on towards the objective, and we can adjust the camera so that we can see less of the sky and more of the ground so we can see where we're going. And we keep just moving along, and all of a sudden the gameplay switches to a cinematic. And in a cinematic, you don't control the character unless there's dialogue and you make dialogue choices, but you just let the scene play out, and then it'll take you back to gameplay and you're once again in control of your character. So when you push the A button like this, you jump. That's important because sometimes you're jumping across gaps. And sometimes you have to climb up and down ladders, and when you do that, you look around for this A climb message. Here's one right here. It says climb down, and that's all you have to do is press A because your character is smart enough to know how to go up and down those ladders. So now I have to run down a slope, and I'll adjust the camera again so I can see where I'm going. And as you can imagine, you use the map a lot, and so before we got to it by selecting the center of the hero menu, but there's a shortcut which is pushing the left side of the D-pad, and that will pull the map up directly, and you can check and make sure that you're on track to your objective. So here's the map, and a very handy thing that you can use on the map. If you find someplace you want to go, like I want to go see Solus, you'll see it says A toggle waypoint. When I push A, it puts that blue marker over my target. And now I'm back in the world, and look, you can see off in the distance that bright blue marker that's appeared. And this is extremely useful when you're trying to find something in the world, especially when you're first learning how to navigate. And you can keep moving that marker anywhere you want it to help guide you all along the way. Another important thing about the map is sometimes when you pick something, you get that blue cloud you see around this marker. And what that means is that what you're looking for is in that area, not at that specific location. Another very important concept is fast travel. And the first time you go somewhere, you have to go there the long way by running or taking a horse. But once you've been somewhere, you can fast travel to that location. So let's take a look at this map, and in the center of the map you see where you are at a base camp you've established, and you see a lot of arrows along the edges that show you where important objectives lie off of the current map. So if you move the map so you can see more things, you'll see other base camps, which are those little tents, and a special type of marker like this, which is a fast travel marker. So any base camp or any fast travel marker, you can just select it and say, I want to go there, and you immediately are taken to that place. So this is a much faster way to get around. And finally, some maps are multi-level, and if you use the left trigger and the right trigger buttons, it'll move you back and forth between the maps of the different levels, and you can see which level you're on by looking at the upper right-hand corner. So those are the basics of moving in the open world environment of Dragon Age Inquisition. And make sure that you look at the screen to get instructions about which buttons to use in which circumstances.